Hello, everyone. It is Danielle Peterson. I am the director of Team Elevate in our Empower org, and I am excited to share a little bit of information with you today about belief. And as I talk about belief, I feel a little bit like a preacher, and I need to have my hand up. Do you believe? But that's what this is about, really. It really is. It's about do you believe, but um, it's do you believe in you? That's what I'm here to talk about today. I do have some notes too. I'm going to glance down from time to time, but um, I want you to have a notepad and paper too to write a few things down because I want to ask you some hard questions and give you some tasks to do should you want to increase your belief in yourself and in your business. So belief is a powerful word because it really gives us the ability, and the foundation to make change in our lives, right? If we believe in something strongly enough, we really take pride in that, and that usually spurs us to action, and that also spurs us to results. And that's what we're talking about today. Kind of like we have a belief triangle that we reference a lot within Pampered Chef and lots of other places as well. Um, and if you can visualize it, our beliefs are really at the top, at the center of that triangle, and guide our work. So if we believe in something, we will take action upon that item, and then we will create results that kind of reaffirm our beliefs. So we've kind of gone full circle, but really full triangle. That's what I am excited to share and get you guys excited about today. So I want to do an activity. I'm going to encourage you to do an activity, I guess, because I've already done it, although I keep doing it. I'm honest about that. But when you consider the word belief, I want to ask you to write a number between 1 and 10 about your beliefs about a number of things. All right, you ready? Do you believe? This is my do you believe? Do you believe you can meet your recruiting goals? Hopefully you have them. If not, see another fast track focus and set up some goals. But do you believe you can achieve your recruiting goals? Next question. Do you believe you can achieve your now I lost my train of thought. Recruiting goals. Oh, your party goals, your host goals. Do you believe you can do that? And again, 1 to 10. 1 to 10. 10 is, I should have told you, I guess, what 10 is. 10 is, yes, I am going to do it. I know I can. And 1 is maybe not so certain, like probably not. So 1 to 10, your recruiting goals, then your booking goals. That's 2 questions so far. Then this one's tough, right? Do you believe you can promote to director in 30 to 90 days? Promoting to director, right? 5 people under you that are working within your team. Do you believe you can promote to director in 30 to 90 days? What do you think? Where is your belief? How strong is that? And then lastly, do you believe you can be a strong leader for that team once that team is really formed and created? Where is your belief there? How strongly do you believe in yourself? All right, so you have some numbers down. Are you happy with those? That's kind of the next step. Are you happy with where your numbers are? Are you proud and feel good about that? Or do you want to see change? Because if you do want to see change, I got a deal for you. So we're going to talk about our belief triangle and how you can help retrain your brain to increase your belief in yourself, and then have some positive results because of that. So the belief triangle, remember we talked about this, right? We have our beliefs at the top, then we have our actions, and then we have our results. And then when our results, when you see great results of something, you're like, dude, I want to do that again, right? So think about a successful time that you have really believed strongly in something. Whether it's I wanted to lose weight, or I wanted to get a promotion at work, or I wanted to maybe I wanted to learn Spanish, whatever it is. Think of a time when you've been successful. And most often, the times you've been successful is when you really believed you could. So that's what we're going to retrain your brain to change our belief, right, around these. So if we're at a 5 on those 1 to 10 scales, How can we get you to a 6? How can we get you to a 7 or a 9? Or where is it that you want to be on that continuum? Your director is here to help you. They believe in you. We're not worried about whether your director believes in you or your other teammates in Empower Org. They believe in you. You just need to believe in you for change to happen. So, all right, got another task for you. I'm referencing here quick though. All right. Oh, this is a good one. Here's the task. And I know it sounds a little corny, but I do it myself. And it's affirmations. Um, you know, the things that you say to yourself, not like when you're mumbling about why didn't I pick up laundry soap when I said it 100 times, but no, things you say to yourself, things, positive words you say to yourself out loud that you have written down in front of you so that your vision is triggered, so that your auditory sensors are triggered. Positive affirmations are things that you repeat to yourself. So we're going to ask you to write down five positive affirmations that you want to start building and training your mind to believe in, to increase our belief around these areas. I'll give you a prime example of one of my affirmations, and it's a legit one. This is, Kathy can attest to this too. I wrote this, I think in November. And one of my affirmations was, I will ask all guests and hosts about the consulting opportunity. At that time, my belief was, oh, I don't want to like make them feel pressured, or I don't want to ask them. I just asked them to have a party. Why do I want to ask them now to be a consultant? That was my belief. That was my mindset at that point. And I think I had a couple people on my team at that point. But I tell you what, when I started believing differently, I started acting differently. And insert trumpet noise. Guess what? I promoted to director just in December. And is that coincidence? Probably not. I worked harder on it. I believed I could do it. And instead of feeling like, oh, I don't want to like harass them about joining as a consultant, instead I was believing, I changed my belief, like this is an opportunity for them. Like I don't want to take that away from them. Why wouldn't I offer them the opportunity to become a consultant, to earn extra money like I do, to earn cool products like I do, to have access to skill building and cool relationships and online fun. Right now it's online fun. And that sounded inappropriate, but you know what I mean. Lots of cool things within Pampered Chef. Why would I take that away from them and make the decision for them, right? So I changed my mindset. And I started repeating this affirmation to myself every single day, a couple times a day, out loud. I will ask all hosts and guests about the consulting opportunity. And when I did that, then my actions changed, right? Because I believed that that was an opportunity and that I could do that. So then I started asking them. That was my change. I started asking all hosts at least 5 times. 5 times I'd ask my hosts if they wanted to join as a team. And I'll talk about that in a second. I also asked the guests, and I worked that into my party as part of a guess what I do it. I want them to learn a little bit about me, right? I want them to see I have belief, and them to see that that I'm the connection to Pampered Chef that they see. So I have fun doing it, and they can too, right? So you want to build that positive relationship with your hosts from the very, very start. That's the key. And then as you start to do that, you'll build relationships with his or her friends and families. They've like introduced you kind of to their friends and family. So you'll start to see a little bit about their personalities and their interests and their maybe product knowledge or whatever it is. So that's the way, that's the key, is building those relationships with our hosts first, and then without and throughout all of our parties too. So when I mentioned that I'll ask all hosts and guests 5 times, or all hosts 5 times, that's like a legit thing. Ask all your hosts 5 times. And then I have a bonus time I'm going to share with you about too. But I want to talk to you about that. So you're asking your hosts when. You don't say like 5 times in a day. That's annoying. But when I first have a person who wants to book a party with me, I'll say, oh my gosh, Lise, thank you so much. I'm excited to have a party with you, hopefully to get some really cool things for your kitchen. But I want to ask first, before we get too far into things, have you ever thought about being a Pampered Chef consultant? It just opens a conversation, right? If they say no, Most times people don't say, yes, I'd love to join at that point. That would be cool, but they don't. They say, no, I really have never thought about it. I don't think I have enough time, or I really have never thought about it. It kind of seems intimidating. Whatever it is, it gives you a chance to have a great, frank conversation about it, about what maybe their worries are or what the benefits could be to them. So you always want to think too, what is it that Pampered Chef could bring to them? What's in it for them, right? So if you have a mom maybe who is a mom of young kids, maybe you're looking at, I know you need to save time in the kitchen. This could be a great opportunity for you to earn some extra income as well, or whatever the case may be. Don't make something up, but be genuine in how you're communicating that positive thing with that person. So you want to mention it before you even set the party up. And the reason is, if they're interested, we could set the party up so that, and this is how I kind of say it or type it, but if you are interested, we could really get you rolling right now. You could join as a consultant. I'd love to talk to you more about that. But if so, you could actually earn the host rewards that we've talked about. Plus, you could earn commission for your own party. And that's what I want to know on the front end. That's the key. Sets a tone too, right? Because you're probably going to do follow up to the second time. The second time you ask is when the host's friends start coming and the RSVPing to the party and joining the party. So what you could say at that point, again, be genuine, please. Don't say this if somebody has 2 people in their group, but you want to say, hey, you have a ton of people who are already joining your party and being really active. This is a super fun group of friends and family you have. I think this is a prime example of why I think you would be an awesome Pampered Chef consultant. You'd already have a great foundation of people who would want to join you in helping you have a successful business. Again, if you do, that's the second time. So also, as do you do a mid party poll, or sometimes people do use Google surveys or things to gather feedback from people in the group. That's the third time you want to make sure that you ask them, hey, I got some great feedback and input from people within your party. That's awesome. This is, again, I just want to double check with you. And then the fourth time, when their party qualifies with a kit credit, that's another time. So when their party sales hit 200, they qualify for $25 in kit credit. You can bring it up to them then. Or when party sales hit 300, they qualify for $50 in kit credit. And all of a sudden, as I'm looking off to the side, I'm thinking, I believe those numbers are accurate. However, please refer to Dash training on that. That's my caveat to make sure that those numbers are right. But again, a great opportunity to say, you can join for as little as $99, and you can apply your kit credit to that. That's the way to join. That's actually how I joined. So a great idea. That's that fourth way. And the last time, that fifth time, is when you're closing the party out. You're helping your host get his or her free products in there. You're helping your host get their half price specials, whatever it is. That's when you want to ask them again. Remember, there's that kit credit. Have you thought about that? What do you think about me doing my job? Do you think that this could be something you could do? Can you see yourself doing it? How could I help you? I'd love to have you join my team and have the opportunity to do what I do. And then this is my sixth bonus time. Those people who are kind of on the fence, I feel like, or maybe like not now because my daughter graduates in May. I want to spend some time with her. What I always do is ask them and then keep my system in place to do the follow-up, right? Because this doesn't do any good if you don't do the follow-up. But to have a system in place to ask them, can I ask you again then in April or whenever the case? And I follow up with people who I think are on kind of like a prospect list who may be interested in becoming a consultant that I want to follow up with later. So that is what is called that kind of challenge, asking your host 5 times. That's a challenge for you. The other challenge I want to throw out there for you about our host and about the relationship that we're building there is the host booking challenge, right? That's another way to grow our business and to grow our recruits. And again, this is about your belief, right? Do you believe you can do it? Do you believe you can have so much fun in a party, make so many great connections in a party, have a solid foundation with your host, and coach them all along the way so that they feel confident that they want to also help you with your business by throwing a challenge out. Hey, I do this in the beginning too. The beginning with the party of the host, with the host. I say, hey, I have a booking challenge for you. Are you interested in learning more? And it's kind of exciting, right? Sure. Tell me what you got going on. And I say, if you, when you get 3 of your friends and family to host their own party, you get some awesome perks. So if when that happens, you get not only a gift from me, because I'm super stoked that you have been able to help me like that and have been able to do that for yourself, but you also get $50 in Pampered Chef Bucks, which is so cool to use. They can use those as soon as those 3 people have had parties that qualify at $200 in sales. And they also can get a 40% off item at their friends' parties when they have them. So again, perks galore, right? So why wouldn't you want to accept the booking challenge, the host booking challenge? And when they say, yep, I'm in, what I say is, here's what you can do. You message 10 of your friends with me in the message and say, hey, Sue, um, I've had a great time with the party this week. I hope you have too. I'm so glad you joined. I was thinking you would make an awesome host for Pampered Chef yourself. What do you think? And connecting people, the consultant with that person through the host is the great way to kind of build that relationship and have it hopefully blossom a little bit. And again, you can do follow up there. I'll fill you in on that later, or somebody else will. But that's a host booking challenge, and because that's an easy way to really build relationships. And if they say, I don't know, I feel like it's a lot of work, what better way for the host to affirm that, you know what, Danielle did all the work. Actually, she did all the posts. She gave me lots of tips and tricks throughout these last 4 days, or whatever the case. And that helps. That's who the guests have the relationships with already, is that host. That's the connection for them there. So that's the host booking challenge I want you to think about there. And then host coaching. Coaching our hosts to have a successful party helps them and it helps us. So giving them using the host coaching tools that are in marketing imagery is how, did I say that right? I think so. But using those tips, connecting with them daily, asking them to do some posts, giving them the words to use so they don't have to think about it. They don't have to, recreate the wheel. You know what you want them to say ish, and then they can retool it themselves to make it be genuine and like it's their own words. I always say, here's what you can use, something like this, and I put the words in there, and if they want to use the post and the words exactly, that's all they do. That helps our Facebook algorithms too, right? So that the more times the hosts are posting, the more times our guests are seeing their interactions as well as ours, and it can kind of beef up our engagement too. So host coaching will help you every time have a successful party. I say to start with the host, planning on the front end. What I need you to do is invite lots of people and keep engaged. And I'll give you plenty of tips and tricks for that will make it so easy for you to have a successful party, which for them means what? Great specials, free product, a fun time. And for us, it means hopefully additional parties and a great time and commissions and free products for ourselves, right? So that's that. And do you believe you can do it? Do you feel like, I'm asking them because I believe so strongly in that opportunity for them, and I believe so strongly in my skills to offer that to them, which is kind of where we started this whole thing. So I'm going to summarize real quickly because I have had a tendency to yammer a bit. So your call to action, your challenge, should you choose to accept it. I feel like I wish I had some like doom and gloom music or something, but here it is. I'm going to throw an extra one. Talk to your director or a trusted colleague within Pampered Chef about where your numbers were when I asked you in the very beginning to scale, and where you want them to be. Because that will help give you an accountability partner in altering and changing your mindset, your belief. So that's one thing. Then the second thing, I want you to write those 5 affirmations to yourself and repeat those every single day out loud. Write them up. And I have, if you guys could see I have words everywhere on my, around my desk area, both of them actually, both of my desks. And that helps, right? That helps trigger your mind. We're reinforcing belief within ourselves, retraining our brain so that we have our brain has the ability then to believe in ourselves, increase our actions, have the results we want, which makes us feel so good, it reinforces our belief. So it's, well, I want to say it comes full circle, but really it comes full triangle. But that's it, right? Beliefs, actions, results. Keep those things in mind when you are using those affirmations. And speak to the positive too. I am a director. I will ask every host 5 times about becoming a consultant. Again, speaking in that positive language, reaffirming that belief in yourself. Create an online guest survey or some way to get feedback from your party. That's one of the things actually I'm going to work on because I have not been the best in that. So that's one of my areas I would like to do. And then keep adding names to your list of contacts, your systems for recruiting, your systems for follow-up. You know, somebody said you didn't want to have a party now, but she said maybe in the spring. So have your system in place. Those are your calls to action. Those are the way that you're going to build your business. You're going to build your skills. And these skills, again, they transfer beyond just Pampered Chef. They'll transfer to your personal life, to your work life, to whatever it is that you kind of cross over into. So that is the coolest thing I think about Pampered Chef. So you got those actions in mind? Did you write them down? I believe you did. I know your director believes in you. I hope you guys continue to believe wholeheartedly in yourselves. And we're so happy that you're a part of our Empower org. And I may have forgotten some things, but I tell you what, I believe I'll have to tell you another time. Have a great night. Thanks, guys.